Good morning.
Good morning, K1.
The way this area is designed, it's not designed for the urban city. So the ambulance was trying to get to this building over here, and apparently they can't park in front of the building, give the proper assistance because only one lane of traffic. So the fire department and the ambulance had to move down over here to get access to a building that's right here. And this is the elderly building. This is the Doris Bunty elderly building. So that takes time away from the fire department and the EMS to respond, because now they can't respond to the building adequately. So you see how this is one lane here? So it doesn't give the building any emergency access because you met with a bus stop here. Now the other catch is too, when the bus does stop, it stops in this lane right here, and it blocks up all this traffic here until the bus can board. So now when the ambulance do respond, the question is, how do they get over here without interfering with anything else? It's impossible. It doesn't give the ambulance enough time or space to get here, and that's what causes a big problem. And so this is not user-friendly for the urban city. This is definitely not user-friendly for the urban city at all. And he's trying to get in there. See that? He can't even get across. He has to pull over there. See, that's not fair for the EMS that's trying to respond. Like, how's he going to get to give somebody help if he got to park over there and he can't get to the building that's right here? Now this ambulance just turned around. He's trying to get over here. But where are the ambulance people supposed to park at? The city of Boston had created a mess. They got to block the whole street off if they really want to get in here the correct way. This is one of many things going on in the city of Boston that no one knows about. And these are these side deals that the city cuts without knowing anything about it. So they had an emergency response down here, and the fire department, they were basically parked right here for a minute. And I noticed the fire department sitting here, but the traffic was backed up all the way up to Seaver Street, going up that direction. Now, as you can see, it's going to be backed up a bit more because of the misplanning of our government officials. This T driver is going to probably tell him to move, but you shouldn't tell an ambulance to move. Just block off the street.
Now she says he's bipolar. Blue baseball hat. In white.
See this? Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. This is the mess that the city of Boston caused. You see this right here? This is the mess that the city of Boston caused by putting this crap in the middle of the street. This stuff shouldn't even be here. By law, that shouldn't even be in the middle of the street. It should be against the law to put that stuff there. You can't tell the EMS to move because they're conducting emergency business. I'd be damned if that police officer is going to tell them to move. He has no authority to tell them to move.
Good morning.
Direct the traffic somewhere else. That's all you got to do. Send them another way. You guys should have figured this out way before. You know this is an elderly building right here. Come on. Use your common sense, right? I'm not in the road. Dude, if I'm in the road, you got a problem. Look, you think I'm in the road? Look, I'm in the road. Stop making up stupid excuses. I'm in the road. How am I in the road? I'm over here. You still say I'm in the road?
I just don't want you to get hit by.
I'm not in the road, sir, just so you know. They always come up with these stupid narratives that you're in the road. I'm not in the road. All that traffic's in the road, right? All that construction right there is in the road. That's what's in the road. I'm not in the road. Now, this is the elderly building. This is called the Doris Bunty Senior Building. I think by right, by law, they're supposed to have an ambulance way in front of their building. All elderly buildings have a spot for ambulance to pull up. Why does this building not have a spot for ambulance to pull up? Why is this big contraption? As a matter of fact, I think that's a state law. I gotta look into that. I think it's a state law. You gotta have a spot for ambulance to pull to the front of the building. Every other elderly building that I've seen, that I have seen, has a spot for ambulance to pull up. That's a good question now. Let me ask this EMT over there. Are they supposed to have because the fire, it was three ambulance and one fire truck that had to pull up to this building for emergency respiratory response. And God forbid there's a major disaster, we're gonna have this stuff we're gonna be met with right here. Right here, look at this. You can barely get a truck through there, never mind any emergency personnel. But I'm gonna find out through the city zoning board, because this is supposed to be zoned by the city. Where is the ambulance entrance?
Bravo 901. Good morning.
Now ISD, Inspectional Services, these are the criminals that allow this stuff to go on in the city of Boston. Dion Irish, put you on notice. This is the stuff that goes on in the city. Where is the ambulance lane, or the entrance for the ambulance? For emergency personnel to service the elderly building.
Good morning.
Where is it? The other time I was down here, a lady couldn't cross the street because the crosswalk is either all the way down there, or you gotta walk all the way over to there. So that's another problem. And look at the traffic. This traffic was backed up a little bit more because the fire truck had to park, like, the fire truck had to pull right here. The fire truck was the first one on scene. He pulled right here, and he had to go check out what was going on. So you can't tell the fire truck, hey, pull down the street around the corner because there's an emergency going on over here. So naturally, they had to get out right here and check out the situation. Until they assessed it, then one of the drivers came out and moved it down the street. But the ambulance came, the first ambulance pulled right in. Then the other two ambulances, as you see, came their direction. But look at this mess. Look at this mess. This is a mess in the city of Boston. It's only going to get worse. It doesn't get any better. More and more people I talk to, they point out more things that are wrong with this whole contraption. And the bad thing about it, they plan next year to extend this all the way down to Ruggles Station, which doesn't make any sense at all. Good morning. I got a question for you. Didn't they used to have a spot where the ambulance could pull up front over here? You don't know? They must have had something over there before. Because every elderly building that I know of has a spot for the ambulance to pull up. I'm going to check into that, because if they took that away, then that's something serious. That's going to be one of my projects I'm going to do some research on later on and find out why is that not like that, or why is that like that. Maybe this gentleman might know. Ask him. He might. He's only security guard, so he may. Hey, I got a question for you. I don't know if you know the answer or not. Did they still have a spot for the ambulance to pull up front? Did they still have an ambulance lane for the ambulance to pull up front? Yeah, say the emergency situation. Where did the ambulance pull up to pick up the tenants? Yeah, but isn't every elderly building supposed to have a spot for handicapped vehicles to pick them up? Where do you pick up the handicapped people? Right out front here? In the middle of the lane? That's crazy. All right, so he just verified it for me. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so basically, thank you. So if you're picking up a handicapped person, an elderly person, you gotta block the traffic right here to pick them up. See where this ramp is right here? See where this ramp is right here? You gotta stop the traffic right here and pick them up. That's very interesting now. That even gets more interesting. Because now that they don't really have a pick-up, drop-off zone for elderly and handicapped people. Now this is something that the building inspectors should be getting off their behind and doing the research and finding out. But the reason why they don't do it because they're being bought and paid off, just so you guys know. The building inspectors, pretty much all of them, are being paid some kind of money, some kind of way. And these are the things that our city councilors, most of them know about this kind of stuff. If they're in the city as much as I am, they probably see more than what I see. The sign says no parking, no stopping anytime, tow zone. No parking on that sign right there, no parking. So if you're picking up an elderly person, handicapped person, disabled person, where do you pick them up from? Right here. As you can see, there's no other entrance to the building. There's no other entrance. This driveway is for that building over there. But over here, there's nothing. There's nothing over here. Definitely got to get involved on this one. Definitely got to get involved on this one. This is. I told you they spend money to waste money. No one consults with no one. They just build stuff for no reason. They build stuff for no reason. I'm gonna call the elderly commission. I'm gonna call all the people involved in elderly. Look at this. He's taking out a person in the ambulance. They gotta go around the corner to take them out. I got a question for you. I don't know if you know the answer. By law, are they supposed to have an entrance for the ambulance to pull in front of the elderly building?
Yeah.
They're supposed to, right? So where's it at?
This used to be it.
It used to be it, right?
This is where we used to pull up before they built all this crap.
Yeah, so my problem is this shouldn't be here. I'm gonna call the city hall and find out why you guys gotta go around the corner to pick up patients.
Well, I mean, that's the other problem is eventually it's gonna become a problem because of
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Drive-through parking lot and everything. They'll start to complain. There's nowhere else for us to park.
I see it all the time. I happen to catch it on camera this time, but I'm calling City Hall tomorrow. Matter of fact, today, and find out why EMS got to go around the corner to service the elderly people. And the handicap.
Man, like, you know, this is a T project as far as I know.
Well, we're gonna get rid of that though. We're gonna stop that. We're gonna get to the bottom of that. A lot of corruption in City Hall. We're gonna find out what's going on. No, I think it's not fair for you guys either.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's definitely not fair for you guys.
We deal with it though.
I know. I see it all the time. You guys do a good job too.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work, my man. So now this is crazy. This is crazy. I hope every news media outlet, I hope every news media channel, every elderly commission channel gets involved on this and march on Kim Janey / Marty Walsh's doors and City Hall and tell them that elderly is being disrespected and misused and abused. This is one of many things that they do in the city of Boston. They don't consult with nobody. Nobody. I talked to many people in this whole area here. Nobody had any knowledge of them building this. And this is where the problem starts. He told me it used to be, and I remember it being here too. So I remember it being, they took the signs down. The city of Boston, or somebody, took down the signs that says ambulance lane only. And I think by law, they have to have it because you gotta have something for the American Disability Act. They require you to have a handicap ramp accessible for elderly people to go to their day programs, their dialysis and all that good stuff that they do. They need those handicap ramps right here for accessibility. You can't tell them to go inside the McDonald's parking lot around the corner over here. It's just not fair. So this is the one of many agendas we're gonna put right on the table of the mayor now and the future mayor, whoever that person may be, putting you on notice for putting your feet to the fire on every issue in the city of Boston. Every issue, not just one, all. We're gonna point it out there, good and bad. It's all coming out. But these guys have to go through the McDonald's parking lot. Through the McDonald's parking lot to service the elderly people in this building over here. Somebody, I'm not gonna say who it was, somebody told me about this, but they told me to follow up on it. They said just check the calls when they come in for emergency apparatus and what happens. And I've been here. Actually, I got here when the first fire truck pulled up. I was just observing at that time. I didn't start recording until I saw the multiple ambulances were on their way. And I said, okay, this is the prime time to see what's going on. But this is one of many things going on in the city of Boston. And I tell you what, the people in inspectional services, especially in the building department, they give you lip service. They pretty much do what they want to do. There's no transparency. There's no accountability. I've been down there to Dion Irish's office numerous times to talk to him. You don't get nothing. Nothing at all. So when I say criminals follow criminals, follow the money, follow the people who get promoted, follow what they do in office. Keep them accountable. Document everything you see. Document it. Then they can't say they didn't know about it. Now Dion Irish knows about a lot of stuff in the city because we had a whole half-an-hour conversation of a lot of stuff. I'm gonna start exposing it little by little. So Dion Irish, I'm coming after you and your other cronies that you got with you. And I know exactly who they are. Ed Colburn. I don't want to call the whole row right now, but I know all of them. Till next time, guys. Nez Porter in the streets. Got to do what's got to be done.